My hands are glowing.
Alright everybody, and welcome back to a new series. We are here doing a co-op today. I'm a hunter, and I'm here joined by Dorven. He is a mini.
Hello.
We are humans, so we're gonna start off in the archet before it gets all burnt down by a war.
Oh, that's a spoiler.
That is true. Spoiler alert.
Thank goodness you're awake.
Okay, no more
That fellow on
spoilers.
deer
No
seems
more
very
spoilers.
ill.
Do not trouble yourself on my account. It is only a chill. There are too many deeds to be done, all pressing.
I forgot to turn down
So
the
we got a
game.
quest to check on this guy.
Continue. Sorry. If you want, you can do the run through of what's going on through these quests.
Sure. So we are here in Archet with we're here with a couple of Hobbit refugees. That's Lundo Sackville Baggins and Saladin Brandybuck, and they've been accompanying Amdir here. He's a ranger, as of course is Strider. You all know him. Amdir has been wounded by one of the Black Riders, and Strider is trying to take care of him and also save this town from some of the mischief that's going on in the war for the ring. So we're going to help out this town and talk to this Captain Brackenbrook, who will send us on some quests.
And for all y'all that don't, if you guys don't watch Lord of the Rings or just watch this series, Strider is like the main. He was always like the main human hunter. He was Aragorn in the movies. Just to clear any confusion up. Alright, I'm gonna go talk to Cowder Cobb and then wait for you to catch up.
Okay. So I'm just talking to some of the townspeople, see if I can't get them interested in defending themselves.
And just to do a little bit of a run through on this series, me and Dorven we're not really expecting an everyday upload on this series. More like 1 to 3 times a week, depending on mine and his schedules. And yeah, I really do hope you guys enjoy this series.
So I've been sent to my trainer. He wants to make sure I'm able to defend myself.
Oh, Dorven, question here. Do you think, I'm not saying we should read every quest, because that's a lot to read, but I was thinking whenever we get to the main books, should we you think it would be nice to read off the book chapters or whatever, to read on what's going on in the books series or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, we'll get a sense for it. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, you read book 1 chapter 1, then I'll read book 1 chapter 2, or something along those lines, just so everybody can pick up this story.
That sounds good.
I'm not saying read every quest, because that's just a lot to read in my opinion. It's just not that I don't want to, it's just there's a lot of quests in this game, so
All right, I'm coming up on you and Calder Cobb.
Yeah, Calder Cobb. He's my favorite guy. He's such a nice guy.
I will never forget the first time I played Lord of the Rings
Shh,
online,
no
and I ran
spoilers.
into this field. Huh?
I said no spoilers. Calder Cobb's a good dude.
No, I mean when I ran into this field right here, and there's these white flowers, and they're kind of, the white flowers were kind of swaying in the wind, and it was so beautiful. And even 10 years later, the game still looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's because, well, for me, I get all my stuff on ultra high because I have a Predator, which is basically an Alienware. So all my stuff is on ultra high, so it looks very good. And if you go to like a clear water moving lake, that looks real good too. Like a pretty blue water, if you know what I mean, and like it's like moving with waves. It looks really good.
Yep, the sky looks great in this game. The water looks good in this game. It's really beautiful.
Okay, so I don't know if me or him told you the point of this quest, but basically the point of this quest is to run through here and collect some of these King's Foil plants for Amdir's wound, because they think that's what will cure his wound. So we're basically just gonna, on the way, kill a few wolves for Calder Cobb, is it, or is that for Amdir himself?
Calder Cobb sent us up here to kill the wolves.
Okay, so Calder Cobb sends to kill some wolves on the way while we just collect some King's Foil. And basically we're collecting King's Foil for Amdir so that he can help. No, we're collecting King's Foil for Aragorn, Strider, so that he can try to help Amdir.
Oh, I hurt my ankle.
Yeah, like somebody would actually hurt their ankle for like 18 seconds and 5 seconds and whatever. I have a feeling that whenever we get up to Moria and all that, me and you are gonna make a good team. Because if we come into a area where that we just need healing, you can heal me while I just dish out all the DPS.
So my hands are glowing because the minstrel has a stance called war speech or
Here,
dissonance,
let me show them.
and so when he's in this stance with the glowing hands or the dissonant stance, he can't heal other people. The minstrel is a healer, but he can only heal himself when he's in the stance I'm in. Most people would level if they're solo in this dissonance stance. But I can
then,
change it so that I can heal other people.
Typically, if you're playing a basic co-op like me and him are, unless you're in the intro, of course, but like if you're in a big area where you need healing, you would go into the middle stance, which is, what is that called, where there's ballads and healing?
That's called melody.
Yeah, so you're
It's a
basically going to
neutral
the...
stance.
Yep. You can explain that since you're playing the character.
Yeah, a melody is a neutral stance, so you can heal and do damage. But if you wanted to go straight healing, you can go into what's called a resonance stance, and that will give you an extra bonus on healing your party, or your fellowship, they call it in this game.
What's the bonuses on all those stances though? Just go into depth a little bit about the bonuses.
Sure. So in dissonance, if you were solo and just leveling, you get 25% extra damage on your ballads, which are just the skill that you have for doing your basic damage. If you go in the neutral stance, you get only half that bonus for your damage, but you get a 5% bonus for healing. And of course, you can heal others, whereas before you could only heal yourself. And then when you're full straight-on healing, resonance, you get a 10% bonus on healing, but no bonus on damage.
Okay, and since he's done most of the talking on the quest, I'll explain these few right here. Wait, let me explain the stance I just got. I just got this strength stance, which is basically when when quick shot slows in a basically when active increases damage of shots. So I get a 160 plus 162 critical rating, which just helps with crits. And then if I apply that, I get plus 10% range damage, which will mean, you know, just extra damage on the thing. But so basically for these quests, you go talk to the prisoner and see what he feels about Calder Cobb and, you know, what they think about him. We're trying to convince Captain Brackenbrook that apparently Calder Cobb's a bad dude. Which, to me, I think he's a pretty good dude. I don't know. I don't feel like he's a bad dude. I guess we're going to have to wait to see on that one. But, and then you collect boar meat. Mondo here. Hobbits are always hungry. We all know that. So we got to go collect a little bit of boar meat for him. And, Celadine here says, you know, when she's always sick or has a wound, her mom always made her some tea. So she wants us to collect the bilberries that are the main ingredient for her tea. If you've got anything to add, feel free.
So these are just some beginning quests to help new characters or new toons get accustomed to what they can do. And the enemies, the mobs in this area here in the town of Archet are very low aggression and very weak. Actually, as Lord of the Rings Online has been on for almost 10 years now, a lot of the lower content has been simplified a bit to help people level a little bit faster, catch up with the people who are at max level.
If I remember correctly, they also did things where they put like the enhanced XP supplies and, you know, the VIP blue bar that you get a little bit of extra bonus to gaining XP quicker, just to help you level up. I don't think all that was there when the game first came out.
Right, so a VIP is basically a subscriber in this game. It's a free-to-play game, but there are some benefits, you know, to subscribing or to spending money. Of course, that's how they make a living, but it's really one of the better free-to-plays. You can really get most of the content done with just playing the game, and you earn points as you play that you can then spend in the store to get added stuff.
And to me, if you just want to play the game to have fun, you just, you know, go do the deeds out there and stuff, and you can easily get a few map packs. It's pretty easy. But okay, I'll explain this plea for aid, the intro, and then Dorven here can explain the searching for guys. So basically, everyone's scared that the Black Wolves are gonna make another attack on Archet. So they want us to go and basically plea for aid by these guys by the Comb Gate to not do any attacks, and yeah, we'll just see what happens whenever we go over there. And basically they tell us they're not moving and the gate is blocked. Okay, Dorven, you can explain the searching for guys.
Sure. So next quest we've got here is some farm hands from the farm right here that we're passing by. They've gone missing, and we're going to find them. They're going to be have fallen into the clutches of the local gangs, and they're going to have come to a bad end. So we're gonna find our first body right over this hill, I believe.
So let me explain a few things about both these classes. Basically, since minstrel's mainly for healing, if you're in a party or whatever, um, they got low hit points but really high power to be able to cast all their spells, especially since they can hit from a distance. Hunters typically seem to have about the same all the way up, but hunters will wear medium armor so they can take more hits, and minstrels wear light armor, so you got to get things off them pretty quickly, otherwise they're pretty squishy and die pretty quickly. And minis typically like to kite a lot, which basically means just run about around monsters and hope you don't die.
This first tutorial area takes you to level 6. Then you get out into the main part of the game where everyone else is.
And the last intro quest, the last quest for the intro here, you will not hear Dorven's voice. We might actually do that one off screen just because it's basically just a straight walkthrough, and you basically can't really do much. It's just basically go save people. But actually, I would think I should probably do that on screen, huh? Just so they can follow along with what happens. Since I'm leaving Cowder Cobb a mystery guy, so might as well let everything be leaked. Just Dorven will not be able to be. We will not be able to talk during that one because of the fact of that's a straight solo one. So yeah.
So the idea behind the minstrel, or musician, being able to heal is that in this game, instead of having hit points, the characters have morale. So as the enemy beats up on you, you get kind of sad and don't want to keep fighting until you collapse. And the minstrel kind of cheers you up with his playing a song, so you get your morale back. It's kind of an interesting idea they had.
Hey, Dorven, look at what I got in the starting area. Not a item you always see in the starting area. Chunk of gray rock salt. How often do you find crafting materials in the intro? Me personally, I think they should apply crafting in the intro just to make it easier. So, Dorven, how many characters do you have on this server?
This is my 4th character. So I have just 3 others. None of them are high. I think the highest is a 39.
My highest is 78. the braiding that I messaged you off of earlier for the cloak.
Yeah, the way that we met in game was I was asking in World Chat for help with some crafting tools, and Stilea
You can just
saw
call
me
me,
and made me all.
Yeah, just call me that. Yeah.
Yeah. She made me this this set of crafting tools, which was really nice, and then made me a whole set of armor and a whole set of weapons. Just, it was incredible. It was wonderful, and so we kind of hooked up for this video.
And hope that he'll stick around for a series, and we can do plenty more plenty more of this series. It seems like he's pretty interested in doing a series, so there should be more.
The quests are, they make a very good attempt at making it feel like the Lord of the Rings books or the Lord of the Rings movie, more the books really. So if you're a fan of Lord of the Rings, I think you'll enjoy just walking around Middle-earth here. They did a great job. If you just look at what is on your screen, it's a beautiful setting for the men of Bree, and all the other settings are great. They have a dwarf area, an elf area, and a hobbit area. They're all really well done and have their own character.
Hey Dorven, you think this is going to be a full series or just a...
I think that, sure, I'm up for it. I think we might not show every single quest. That might get a little long.
Yeah.
There are, of course, hundreds or maybe thousands of quests. But
we'll show the most important
the big ones in the story. Yeah, the ones that kind of advance the story. The basic premise of this is you're going to kind of follow the Fellowship of the Ring with Frodo and Aragorn and all them guys. You won't be in their company, but you'll be working alongside them in the war.
But me and Dorven will typically run quests off screen together. We'll probably not go too... We probably won't do it without each other just so we don't go too far ahead or too far behind. But for the most part, we will record all the important bits and pieces, like he said, that invest in it, advance the storyline. And like I was telling him earlier, whenever we get to the book quest, we will read all the book quests, probably even the prologue. But I don't really do the man prologue because that one gets very tedious and back and forth, back and forth. So whenever we get to like Strider and Bree Town, when the book quests are happening, me and him will take turns reading the thing for it. So basically here they asked us to come to an exiled hunter. That don't they ask us to like ask him what he thinks about this whole scenario or something? And then he basically
Yeah, I think he's the son of that Captain Brackenbrook in town. The idea is that the father and son have been, they disagree on things and they separated. And now the town's in trouble, so the father is going to count on his son to help him out.
And basically he just asked us to come over here to this camp and check what's up here and see what's going on. And I feel like just because there's a leader right over here, so we might as well take care of him. That's not a very good leader, if you ask me.
Yeah, this stuff is really it's really quite easy to solo a lot of the content now because people get so spread out over. There are 105 levels, so people are very spread out, and you have to be able to do most of the content alone. There are some interesting groups. I was reading about one yesterday that are, what they do is, in order to simulate group content, they go as a group up against mobs that are like 3 or 4 or 5 levels higher, and that way it's more challenging for the group.
That's what I always do, just because you always gonna get that one or two people that are like a level 2 above you. So then, if you find things at your level, even if they are hard, it's gonna be easy with those dudes in there. So I usually just fight them 4 or 5 levels above me, and then it makes it interesting and entertaining for everybody. And I'll probably record a few skirmishes on this on these tunes, but we will definitely not record every skirmish we do. That just gets very tedious and really not too much fun. Hang on, Dorven. It's 26 minutes already, so I think I'm going to end this part right off here.
That's good.
Alright, well everybody, if you liked the video, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Welcome Dorven along to this co-op series, and I hope everybody enjoyed. You can say goodbye real quick, Dorven.
All right, bye everybody. Join us for the next one.